Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors and the playing of the Japanese and American national anthems. We ask that you please remain standing until the colors have departed the area. Edgren High School Air Force JROTC Color Guard will be presenting the colors this afternoon. Flag Bearer and Commander, Cadet Airman David Warren. Flag Bearer, Cadet Airman Austin Price. Guardsman, Cadet Airman Alessia Castro. And Guardsman, Cadet Airman Michaela Dela Cruz.
Mark time. Whoo! Color. Whoo! Hey, whoo!
Please be seated. Colonel and Mrs. Sunball, Dr. Curtis, Dr. Waters, Ms. Rapp, Mr. Hashiba, Mr. Mura, friends, family, ladies and gentlemen, and to all of our graduates, welcome. It is a pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. I have the privilege to address you on this special occasion. I want to begin by thanking our graduates, our parents, thanking our teachers, family members, friends, and our Japanese partners for coming out in support of such a valued and important ceremony. We also want to extend a special thanks to the faculty and staff of Edgren High School, along with the former teachers and staff administrators. Thank you for wonderful parent organizations, the volunteers in the Misawa community, for creating a special environment in which to educate and to shape our young boys and girls. The graduation ceremony is one of the most memorable events in anybody's life. This ceremony comes as the final chapter of the high school experience, in addition to being the passage into the next step of the journey. Congratulations, graduates, for qualifying to attend today's graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all the parents who are present, who are able to witness this great moment in the lives of their sons and daughters. Congratulations to the friends and the relatives for being here to make this event memorable. Now I have the pleasure of declaring this graduation ceremony open. So let us celebrate the day and make it uniquely memorable. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm privileged to have the opportunity to introduce our base commander today. Colonel Timothy J. Sunval has more than 2,300 hours in the F-16 and T-37 as a command pilot. Previous to his ongoing position, Colonel Sunval served as the Vice Commander, 8th Fighter Wing at Kunsan Air Base, Republic of Korea. Colonel Sunval received his Bachelor of Science degrees at the U.S. Air Force Academy, Colorado Springs. He also received 3 master's degrees in the Art of Logistics Management, degree of Art in Air Power and Science, and a Master of Science degree in National Resource Strategy. Colonel Sunval holds a Defense Meritorious Service Medal with 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Meritorious Service Medal with 3 Oak Leaf Clusters, an Air Medal, and an Aerial Achievement Medal with 2 Oak Leaf Clusters. Today, Colonel Sunval holds a position of Commander of the 36th Fighter Wing Misawa Air Base, Japan. Without any further ado, we'd like to welcome Colonel Sunval to the podium.
Thanks, Julianne. Well, welcome to the graduation event. It's great to see everybody here today. I want to give a shout of thanks out first to Misawa City for once again allowing us to use this venue downtown for this graduation ceremony. They do it every year, and we appreciate that so much. Sometimes life comes at you full circle. 20 years ago, I was a newly married lieutenant. I was stationed in a faraway land. I started my family in that faraway land. And I remember that cute little baby like it was yesterday. I was young. I also remember the old guys, you know, the wing commanders. I remember them speaking to crowds. I don't remember anything they said. Sometimes life comes at you full circle. I would have never imagined back then that one day, mere blocks from where that cute little baby was born, he would be 6'4", wearing a cap and gown, and that I would be that old guy speaking at his graduation. So, to inspire or be forgotten, that's my challenge today. One effective way to inspire people is with a famous quote. And this is on rollers, so I will go ahead and face you guys, because this is about you. Famous quotes are famous because they have stood the test of time. They have inspired generation after generation. So I thought I would share with you a quote today that has inspired me throughout the years. So some years from now, you won't remember the military guy who spoke at your graduation. One of you will remember who he was. For the rest of you, perhaps you'll remember what. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down a not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights, you'll join the high flyers and soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang. You'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on, and you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and chances are then you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're in for not much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You'll come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place where you'll sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go back around and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker-upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start in to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles in weirdish wild space. Headed, I fear, for the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting for their hair to grow, everyone just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner foot flapping once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. The magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be. The whole wide world watching you on TV. Except when they don't. Because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something. You'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. On you will go, though the weather be foul, and on you will go though your enemies prowl. On you will go though the hanging cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far to face your problems, whatever they are. And you'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will. Yes, indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Oxen or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Dalen O'Shea, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. Theodore Seuss Geyser. We, graduates, we, your parents, are so proud of you, and we cannot wait to see the places you'll go.
Thank you, Colonel Sunville. It gives me great pleasure to introduce a woman of many positions. Not only is she our principal, but our #1 hype man, an inspirational speaker, a great counselor, and Edgren's head cheerleader. Her evident love and care for the school has helped cultivate a positive and effective learning environment. The amount of time and dedication she invests in this school and its students is unmatched. She has attended every single game, play, performance, and ceremony, and she's welcomed back every sports team after long bus rides and tedious series of flights. She's done all this while successfully working for and obtaining a doctorate's degree. So without further ado, I introduce Dr. Waters.
Good afternoon. Colonel Sunville, Dr. Curtis, Ms. Rapp, Mr. Miles, Edgren esteemed faculty and staff, parents, families, and guests, and to our wonderful Japanese friends and neighbors, and most important, to the stellar class of 2015. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to recognize the class of 2015 for a few moments. I would like to take you back to the past 13 years. For most of you, I'm sure that you thought this day would never come, and now how quickly it came and quickly it would go. 13 years is a long time, and one of our graduating seniors started their journey at Misawa 18 years ago, and one of our graduating seniors have spent this entire school year at Solar and Edgren. Before I begin recognizing students for how many consecutive years they've been here in Misawa, I would first like to recognize the ones who loved it so much that he had to come back. We have one. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Parents, you can also feel free to stand when your graduate's name is called. Daniel Lovett. He attended school at Edgren for grade 7 and 8 and returned for his junior and senior year. A round of applause for Daniel. You may be seated. The following students have been at Edgren for their junior and senior year. Please stand. Matthew Aragon. Curtis Beachy. Brandon Draper. Sydney Ellis. Michael Lucerial. Madeline Mattingly. Joel Ramos. Alyssa Rodriguez. Courtney Rubel. Please give this special group of seniors a round of applause. The following seniors have attended Edgren for their sophomore and their senior year. Sophomore to their senior year. Jessica Bibby. Stephen Goodison. Hallie Gregory. Yeah, we need a little life in the house. Joseph Jerogi. Zachary Prince. Umar Thomas. And Isaiah Victorino. Please give this special group of seniors a round of applause. seniors have been at Edgren for all 4 years of high school. Please stand. Austin Burdick. William Goff. Gabriel Schultz. Gabriel Serino. Tiara Washington. Please give this special group of seniors a round of applause. The following students have been at Edgren since 8th grade, 5 years. Vanessa Black, Alexander Kusek, and Natasha Weiner. A round of applause for this The following students have been at Edgren since 7th grade, 6 years. Philip Roy, Nicholas Conant, Amber Tetral. A round of applause for this group, 6 years at Edgren. And with the following students who have been here since elementary school, please stand when I call your name. Will Apple, since 5th grade, 8 long years. Shogun Anastos, 2nd grade, 11 years. Sola Shirai, 2nd grade, 11 years. Rain Taylor, 2nd grade, 11 years. I know that Misawa will forever be your hometown school. A big round of applause for these students. Thank you. You may be seated. The following student has been at Misawa for 13 years since kindergarten. Sean Minton, please stand. I know that Misawa will always hold a special place in your heart. You may be seated. Transitioning into a new school in your senior year is never an easy thing to do. Congratulations to the following seniors who made their mark at Edgren in just 1 year's time or less. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Crystal Inguiano arrived at the beginning of this school year. Thomas Harding arrived at the beginning of the school year. Kyle Sunball, he arrived at the beginning of the school year. However, he was actually coming home for Kyle, for he was born here 18 years ago. Jajavis Vasquez arrived at the beginning of the 2nd quarter. And our last senior, Lucius Mason, arrived March 1st. He had been at Edgren less than a semester and ran track, and he hasn't stopped running. Congratulations, Soaring Eagles. Your ability to easily adapt during your journey will serve you well in the future. Thank you. You may be seated. And now, class of 2015, you're on your way. On behalf of Mr. Miles and the Edgren staff, we praise you for your stay at Edgren and for your accomplishments. We wish you peace, happiness, love, and success. And since I forgot my pom-poms, I won't do a cheer for you today, but I will just say, go team, go, and always do your best. Thank you.
I've had the pleasure of knowing the following student for 5 years. She walked into my classroom, a young 8th grade girl, and she is leaving today, a beautiful young woman. Sorry, it might take me a minute. Miss Allie Krusek is an amazing student, friend, and she's an amazing young woman. So thank you, Mom and Dad. You've done an amazing job. So to Miss Allie and to the rest of your class, I say, don't be afraid. Be yourself and go for it. Remember the people that helped you along the way, and remember those that made you stronger. Don't forget your roots and where you came from. That is your history. Take some time to reflect. Spend even more time making your future the best it can be. And in the words of Mark Twain, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones that you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, and discover. Best of luck to all of you. I am proud of you. Now go out into this great big world and leave your footprint. Allie, good luck. Thank you.
The Dash. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth. And now only those who love them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If you could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real, and always try to understand the way other people feel. And be less quick to anger and show appreciation more. And love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? Now you're all probably wondering why I'm up here on such an exciting day, speaking of one man's words at a funeral. However, what you don't realize is that this poem was published by Linda Ellis in 1996. For many of us, that is the year our dashes first began. Just like the man said, we all have a beginning, and eventually we'll all have an end. But how insignificant are those years compared to the many years in between? What are you, class of 2015, going to do with your dash? We have spent the last 18 years equipping ourselves with the knowledge and skills to live life on our own. But what we need to realize is that now is our chance to make a difference in the world. Like Dr. Seuss said in the Lorax, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better, it's not. And like Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. Now more than ever is your chance to make a difference. Use your dash to create the change you wish to see. Class of 2015, dream as if you live forever, live as if you'll die tomorrow. None of us know exactly when our dash will end, so we need to take today and live it to the fullest. Don't wait for tomorrow, but follow your dreams today. You are capable of so much more than you could ever know. Don't be afraid to push the limits. Don't be afraid to seek the life you want. Be true to yourself and be true to your dreams. However, along the way in life, you're going to stumble. You will make mistakes and you will disappoint others. But remember, your life is about more than yourself. You are surrounded by people who will always be there to catch you when you fall. Will they remember your dash? In the poem, the man says to treat others with respect. He also says to be less quick to anger. You may not always be loved by many, but if you are kind to others and give them the respect they deserve, you will be loved deeply. There are going to be times when life gets a bit too busy, work will be overwhelming, and life will be crazy. Don't forget to just take a step back and look at all you have. Be grateful for your loved ones. Be grateful for all that you have. Take the time to live in the moment, because who knows how long that moment will last. If you don't take a moment to just stop and look around, life may pass you by. Stop, Take a break from work. Take time to just breathe. Take the time to live. Each and every one of you gets to write the story that is your life. Whether you're becoming a teacher, enlisting in the United States military, or seeking a career in one of our nation's hospitals, you are in control of your own destiny. No one can tell you that you aren't good enough unless you let them. No one can shoot down your dreams unless you let them. Follow your heart, do what is right. Sometimes the easier choice may be to do the wrong thing. However, is that how you want to be remembered? Is that how you want to spend your dash? Like Martin Luther King Jr. once said, the time is always right to do the right thing. When no one is around, use your life for good. Life is full of surprises. None of us know when our dash is going to end. It could end next week, it could end next year, or it could end 16 years from now. If your dash were to end tomorrow, would you be happy with how it was spent? If not, then what do you need to change? Be sure to live in a way that you want to be remembered. Life is inevitable, as is death. Start making sure that the dash you are living is one worth remembering. So, class of 2015, the time is here. These first 18 years or so of our dash have already quickly come and gone. And soon, graduation will be over. You will go out into the world, leaving your mark wherever you go. What kind of person will you be remembered as? How will your dash be spent? Thank you.
That was planned. In Sola Shidai's 6 years at Edgren, he has never once taken a theater class. This has been the fundamental flaw in his high school education. Choices. As a parent, we must let our child make their own choices. The hair. At 7, I asked Sola, maybe you'd want to get a haircut, since people were starting to mistake him for a girl. His response was, I know who I am. What does the rest matter? Yeah. The classes. At 15, I asked Sola, since most of his requirements were taken care of, maybe he should start taking some fine arts classes. Maybe even theater. His response was exceptionally dramatic. And best not repeated. For his fun, relaxing, and creative classes, he chose chemistry and Latin. This was not how my musician husband and I raised our child. This physics, this calculus, where was it going to get him in life? We still think it's a rebellion. We don't always comprehend the choices our children make. In my case, I literally don't understand them. And I think that's okay. But Sola, remember, in these last moments of high school, that you sat under lights, wearing a costume, listening to scripted words, on a stage. Who would have known? Presenting in his ultimate high school performance, your valedictorian, Sola Shaka Ditchler Chidai.
ではまず日本人の皆様に今日はエドグレン高校の卒業式に来ていただいてありがとうございます。 これまでのスピーチは英語ばっかりで、英語がよくわからない方々には随分つまらなかったでしょうけど、残念ながら僕のも残りは英語になります。内容すべて通訳するとさすがに時間がかかりすぎるけど、具体的に言うとゲームの中のボブという宇宙人の冒険、そしてそれから習った人生の学びのスピーチです。ちょっと内容もふざけてて短いスピーチですけど、卒業式残りのどうぞお楽しみください。As a valedictorian, there's one thing that I do much more than the average student: research. And by research, I mean playing video games. One of the games that I've been researching is Kerbal Space Program. This is a game about physics, designing rockets, and launching green little astronauts called Kerbals into space. Despite my best efforts not to, I ended up being educated a little bit by this game, learning about astrodynamics, physics, orbits, but I digress. This is a story about one little Kerbal named Bob, who boldly went where no Kerbal had gone before and taught me many important lessons along the way. The first lesson: perseverance. On the path to success, one will make mistakes, one will make sacrifices, and one will struggle. The spacecraft that Bob boarded was the result of great trial and error, during which many Kerbals unwillingly gave their lives for science. If NASA engineers were as bad at their job as I was at this game, literally every Apollo mission would have ended in an explosion. The flight to reach a planet was also challenging. Using up every liter of fuel available, Bob just barely made it on a trajectory to reach Venus. By the time Bob was in orbit over Venus, the most difficult parts of Bob's mission were past, but he was hardly safe from disaster. All it would take to make Bob go hurling into the abyss or to turn into a shooting star was one mistake. And at this point, since I'd already invested 40 minutes of my life into this one mission, failure was not an option. Bob entered Venus's atmosphere, the moment of truth. Would the spacecraft survive re-entry? Heat streaked across the craft. Bob was screaming. Some weird pops were going on. Something exploded. I was screaming. And then, this parachute blasted forth, and Bob started gently drifting towards the surface. After about an hour of tireless gameplay, I finally got Bob to Venus, and every moment felt like it was worth it. The second lesson: the inevitability of suffering. As the spacecraft touched the ground, I declared the flight a success. Then fate intervened, and the spacecraft tipped sideways. Not enough to make the spacecraft blow up, not enough to kill Bob, but at just the right angle to block the exit hatch. Bob made it to Venus, but Bob couldn't get out. After about an hour of tireless research with this game, all that was left to do now was to stare in despair and slowly turn off the game, as Bob remained trapped in the spacecraft, unable to actually set foot on the planet that he wanted so dearly to reach. He remains there to this day, trapped, lonely, pondering the purpose of it all. And so we come to the final lesson from Bob's adventure: love. Given the right circumstances, any and all types of love are possible, including becoming emotionally attached to a little green video game astronaut. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Our next speaker is someone who has been teaching for more than 30 years. In that time, she has spent 10 of those years as a professor of the University of Maryland, another 10 teaching English to Vietnamese refugees, and 13 in Dodd schools. As seniors, we have had the privilege of having her as our English teacher, and thank her for everything she has done for us. Over the years, she has made many graduation speeches. However, this will be her final graduation speech in her teaching career, as she will be retiring this year. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Lori Guns.
My stellar seniors, this is the last time I will be calling you my stellar seniors. Well, all year when I called you stellar, You thought you were pretty special. But a funny thing happened to me after I gave away last year's graduating class of 2014. An Edgren alumni, one of our former valedictorians, came up to me after graduation and said, "Miss Kuntz, you have been using the word stellar incorrectly. According to my astronomy professor, it is no big deal to be a stellar student. As a matter of fact, when you call us stellar, you are really calling us pedestrian and common. For stellar means in the company of stars. So if you are stellar, you are surrounded by billions of stars just like you. So what is so special about being stellar?" So my badness, my stellar class of 2015, you are not special, you are common. However, how wonderful to be in a family of common stars who shine brightly and share the same fortunate sky. In life, we all seek to be individuals and stand out as unique. Yet in all of our differences, we hope to find a community of kindred souls who welcome the way we, as individuals, shine with all the same yet different glow we all possess. So class of 2015, you can remain stellar. You can remain in the company of all who shine. You are not common. You are each different. What you do share is a common glow. So let's see the star quality of the class of 2015. Let's see how you all shine. 2015, whether you become a rocket scientist, a teacher, an astronomer, a valedictorian, or just a common person doing well in the world. Not good in the world, well in the world. Learn that much at least, right? It behooves you to stay stellar, stay who you are, and shine. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and deliriously proud parents, I present to you the stellar class of 2015.
Thank you, Ms. Coombs. That was very touching. I am humbled to be the one to introduce one of our guest speakers, Dr. Linda Curtis. Dr. Curtis is the Director of the Department of Defense Education Activity Pacific. She previously served as the Deputy Director of NODEA Europe and Deputy Director for Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment for numerous schools. Dr. Curtis is an intelligent role model many of our students here look up to. We are privileged to have Dr. Curtis here with us today. She is truly an advocate for our schools and especially our students. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Linda Curtis.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor to be here today. I also would like to take this time to thank the band, the chorus, the honor guard for doing such a superb job of adding a lot of flair and drama to our event tonight. So I think they deserve one more round of applause. So good afternoon and welcome to Colonel and Mrs. Sudwell, Mr. Hashiba, Ms. Tamura, Dr. Waters, Ms. Rapp, staff, parents, guests, and most importantly, the class of 2015 of Edgren High School. 39 wonderful students who have worked hard and have continued to follow the Edgren motto of the quest for excellence. I think we've seen that a lot today when the way they presented and shared some things about the class and how important it is. Without a doubt, their accomplishments could not have been attained without the steadfast goals of each individual and the guidance and encouragement from parents and teachers. Today, I'd like to share with you some thoughts and challenges for you to take on the next step of your journey through graduation. Now, you've heard about the dash, and you heard about the shine, and now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how important dreams are. And you need to follow your dreams and passion and pursue them with courage, for it is the pursuit of these dreams that make life worth loving. It has been said, before you can proceed on any great journey, you must have a dream. The promise of the dream helps you to take the first step. The hope of achieving that dream keeps you going day after day, even when you feel too tired, sick, disappointed, or discouraged. The truth of the dream gives you strength to reach out and help others along the way. And the joy of fulfilling the dream gives the promise of a future that leads to contentment and success. The next level of achievement will be awesome at times, but you can't get started on that journey to the next level until you develop your dream. E. Paul Hovey said, "A blind man's world is bounded by limits of his touch, an ignorant man's world by the limits of his knowledge, and a great man's world by the limits of his vision. There is really only one thing standing between you and anything you can be, and that's your dream. Never be afraid to dream too big. Enlarge yourself by expanding your vision. You don't want to look back in 30 years and say, if only I had dreamed more." Remember this valuable quote: "Do not follow where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and leave a trail." It is true that not everyone with a dream is a leader, but every leader does have a vision. To make dreams come true, you must know where you are going, understand how to get there, and be able to lead the way. Someone once said, as important as your past is, it is not as important as the way you see your future. Then, the best way to seek a positive future is to look forward to it. If you're always looking over your shoulders, you won't go far before you're bumping into things. But when you believe that great things are ahead and meet each day with eager anticipation, you're creating incredible opportunities for success. As you go forward in your studies or career to the next level, you will make many trade-offs to get to the next highest level. We sometimes trade being accepted by others to achieve excellence. We may even trade financial gain for the promise of greater potential. We may trade security for the hope of increased significance, but we should never trade away our dreams. Nothing can take the place of them, and nothing can hold greater hope for our future. Robert Orban said, there are only two types of people in this world, the realists and the dreamers. The realists know where they are going. The dreamers have already been there. I ask each of you, where have you been lately in your dreams? Your future is likely to be only as exciting as your answer to that question. Explore your possibilities and your thoughts. Take the journey in your dreams, then wake up and prepare to make them happen. A dream is an incredible thing. It motivates and sustains you. It gives you direction and helps you know your priorities. But it ultimately doesn't mean a thing if it remains an idea. Whatever your dreams, pick yourself up and do your best to make it come true. Your dreams are your possibilities. You stand at a unique crossroad. You're the only person in the history of humanity with your particular background, experiences, and talents. Your possibilities are endless. Vow to make the most of it. Strive to reach your potential. Expand your possibilities. Make every moment count. So believe in yourself. And just as you have done on every single time you made a new transition or you entered a new home, stop, look fear in the face, and do that which you think you cannot do. You will learn something about yourself, and in the process, you will build confidence. Nothing will have a greater impact on your future than the choices you make today. Not the state of society, the condition of the government, the health of the economy, or anything else. Those things are outside of your control. What is under your control is what you choose to do or not to do. Each time you make a choice, you move a little farther in a particular direction, for good or ill. There is no doubt about it. You have accomplished much and set your vision high. I encourage each of you to choose wisely, and the bridge you build will take you to the future that you desire. In closing, graduation is more than caps and gowns and inspiring speeches. It is a time to share with friends all the memories of fun and happy times, a time to reflect on the person you used to be and the person you hope to become. It's a time to realize your opportunities and dreams and imagine how you plan to make the best of them. A time to take pride in your many accomplishments and always keep in mind that you have the ability to succeed. Graduation is a time for you to look to your future and see that all that it has to offer. It is your very own time, and I hope you enjoy every minute and see dreams that make life worth loving. Before you cross that line today, I would ask that you take a deep breath and savor this moment and be in the moment. Look around at those who are gathered here to honor you. These are people who love and care about you very much, and they are vested in your success today and always. Please join me in celebrating the 39 soaring eagles from the high school class of 2015, whose visions represent excellence and whose future looks bright with a vast array of opportunities and challenges awaiting them. Congratulations, class of 2015, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Would the class of 2015 please rise. And please exit to the left to prepare for receiving your diplomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce our music teacher, Mr. Robbie Riddle.
And to my left, Mrs. Amy Sweeney. Shogun Anastos. I would like to thank my family for getting me through all these years and all the times you risked your lives for me. I would also like to thank all my friends for giving me a good kick when I needed it. It really helped shape me into who I have become today. I also would like to say good luck to everyone in my class.
Crystal Anguiano. I would first like to thank my parents who have both helped me so much in very different ways. They have both been my biggest supporters for as long as I can remember. Thank you, Dad, for teaching me that there will always be rough spots in life, but that I just have to be strong and not let the little things get to me. Thank you to my mom for teaching me to be myself, no matter what anyone may think. Thank you, Mrs. Herrera. You have helped me realize how much I would love to teach kindergarten.
William Apple. To whom it may concern, William was unable to write 100 words without referencing body parts, body functions, and bad words. Therefore, his mother has been asked to write on his behalf. Thank you to William's teachers. The checks are in the mail. Thank you to William's friends, the two his father and I have been allowed to meet. Thank you to William's little brother. Remember, your lease is up exactly 1 year from today. Thank you to William's father, Guillermo Manzara. Sincerely, William's mom.
Matthew Aragon. I would like to thank my family, friends, teachers, and everyone else for supporting me, for standing by me, and for putting up with me.
Philip Leroy. I must say, these past 4 years have been interesting. I would now like to thank my parents, my brother Yanni, my friends Morgan Freeman, my teachers past and present, Chief Atkinson and Colonel Schuster, for giving me the manpower to take on the world. However, I am not yet among true men who have been forged in fire. No, not actual fire. Fire bag.
Curtis Beachy. Here it is, graduation. I've been waiting for this day for a while and could not have made it without the help of all my teachers. I would like to thank my parents and my brother for supporting me in school and in making gains at the gym. This year seems like it just started, but it's already coming to an end. I have learned a lot this year and will for sure apply it to new situations in the future. My time here has ended. Peace.
Jessica Bibby.
Jessica!
I want to thank my family for everything they have done for me. Thanks to my parents for guiding me to make the best of choices, and to my siblings for looking up to me as their older sister and role model.
Thank you to everyone who has been a positive influence in my life. These experiences have shaped me into the young woman I am today. Congrats, class of 2015. In a 3-word quote from Robert Frost, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on.
Vanessa Black. I would first like to thank my family for all their love and support through this long journey. To coaches Edmonds and Richardson, I cannot thank you enough for your guidance. Thank you, Ms. Campbell, for always helping me look on the positive side of things. And to Courtney for being my partner in crime. Without each of you, I'd be nowhere near the person I am and the person I'm still working on becoming. Oh, and one last shout out to Spalding. I love you.
The Jarvis Baskets. I would like to extend my dearest gratitude to all of those individuals, near and far, who have added so many splashes of color and joy to my wonderful years in school. Friends, teachers, and staff members, such as yourselves, have eternalized the many delights of my education. My paramount appreciation, though, rests with my beautiful family, whose guidance, wisdom, and love stretch far beyond the confines of my linguistic abilities. This quote by Carson McCullers describes only a sliver of the gratitude I have for them. The most fatal thing a man can do is try to stand alone.
Austin Burdick. First, I want to thank my mom for constantly having to clean out the washing machine full of dirt after all of those muddy day practices. I want to thank my aunt for always making me laugh. All of my close friends, Michael, Sandy, Jojo, Umar, and my boy Isaac, for making my high school years so memorable, and Julianne for making senior year so special. But seriously, raising me in a Japanese community, I'm sure wasn't easy. So thanks, dude, and thanks, Lucy, you're a good girl.
I would like to thank everybody who has helped me throughout high school. I would like to thank all of my teachers, counselors, and friends who have helped me these past 4 years. They have been a good experience, and I consider myself lucky for being able to attend Edgren all through high school. I would also like to thank my family for supporting me throughout high school and my whole life. It's been chill. Arigato.
Brandon Draper. Memory drives me out of home, family, and friends. Memory holds me unmoving, steadfast, against all weary. Memory thrusts me forward and yet wrenches me back, a cruel apparition of thought that holds me in a limbo between nostalgia and trepidation.
Sydney Ellis. Thanks to my parents, my dad, for always listening even when I wasn't making sense. My mother, for always making me apologize even when I didn't want to. Thank you, Miss Campbell, for being like a second mom and making me do all the stupid senior stuff. I guess it was cool. Most of all, thanks to me. I'm awesome.
William Chandler Goff. To my family, Mom, you're the coolest. Ashlyn, stay away from boys. Dad, thank you for giving me someone to look up to. Meg. Amber, T. Hanks, you cray. Thanks to my bandmates, Mr. O'Mara and Ridley Diddley, for keeping it real from the heel. And Miss Kuntz, thanks for passing me. I've learned 3 basic rules of life. From my mom, the girl's always right. From my papa, don't sweat the petty things, and well, you know the rest. And from Liam, as stated in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, always carry a towel. Chandler's out, peace out.
Stephen Goodison. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for everything. I will never forget my high school friends. The only thing that I will regret is not going for the girl I liked. That mistake may haunt me for the rest of my life.
Hallie Gregory. I thank my heroes in my life. My strong, beautiful mother, Jennifer Jones. My hardworking father, Eric Jones, and my supporter, Elizabeth Jones. Being up here today, I can't help but look back and enjoy all the people I've met. The best companion I could have, Madeline Mattingly, has been there every step of the way. I can't express how much I love and appreciate you. When high school memories begin to fade, I'll measure the time I've spent here, not in periods, semesters, or years, but in friendships I've made and time spent with family and friends.
Thomas Harding. It's been a long journey leading up to this moment, and it's a long journey from here. But I couldn't have done any of it without the people who supported me to get me to where I am. I'm going to save you the time and just say who it is so you don't have to listen to this again. Parents, siblings, friends, that one dude who gave me a free cupcake once in 5th grade, and Palace. Thank you. I have 20 words left for my speech. God bless the United States of America, greatest country in the universe, democracy, freedom, JFK.
Alexandria Krusik. Mom, Dad, JP, and Maddie, I love you guys. Daddy, you are my hero. I will always be your girly monster. Mom, you're my best friend. Thank you for being so strong and loving, especially when Dad was gone. Jeepers and Fat Cat, I love you guys, and I couldn't have asked for better brothers to grow up with. You guys are awesome. Grandma, thank you for being such a great example of a selfless and loving person. I have learned so much from you. Gabe, I love you, and I'm so glad I get to graduate with my best friend.
Diana Lopez. It's been a hard and long road to get to where I am today. I have learned so many lessons, from trust to responsibility. I want to thank my parents for all the support and love. I appreciate you, even though you might not know it. Thank you for putting up with me and all my craziness. Thanks also to my grandparents. Even though they are not here, they are just a phone call away. Thank you for all your love and support and advice. I couldn't ask for more than this unbreakable bond with my family, and that's all that matters.
Daniel Lovett. When you come to the fork in the road, going left will take you to one place, and going right will take you somewhere else. Well, I must have gone left too many times, because I left Misawa and somehow ended up back here. I started my high school career as an Eagle, and I get to graduate as an Eagle. Thank you, Father, for putting up with me for 18 years. I know I'm more than a handful, but here's proof that it was worth it. Thank you, Mom and Joey, for everything. I love you all. Thank you.
Michael Lucero. I would like to thank all of my friends throughout the years, those who are here and those who aren't. Though I've moved around and Edgren is my last high school, without all of the previous people I've met, I wouldn't be who I am. But those who have had the greatest impact on my life would have to be my family. They have been with me throughout my entire life and supported and pushed me to be the person you all see today.
Lucius Mason. To my mom, dad, and family, the time has come. Graduation day is here. I thank God for keeping me and bringing me to this time in my life. This is the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. I would like to give thanks to my family, friends, and teachers who have supported me throughout my educational journey. Most of all, I would like to thank my mom and dad for encouraging me and pushing me to do my best. After graduation, I plan on working and pursuing culinary arts. Eat well, live simply, and laugh often.
Madeline Mattingly. My military upbringing has led to support from people around the world, and I have many people to thank. Arigato, Hal and Michael, for the bond we have created. Mahalo, aunties, uncles, and cousins who have kept a piece of me in Hawaii. Sheshe, teachers, coaches, and teammates, for the Far East experiences of a lifetime. Danka, Coach Edmonds and Coach Richardson, for always supporting me. Merci, Katrina and Claire, for being by my side. Gracias, Mar and Nita, for your never-ending friendships. Grazie, Mama and Pops, for just about everything. And thank you, Lord, for a wonderful life.
Sean Minton. When I was in middle school, I pictured myself at graduation with a six-pack and looking really good. I guess I gave myself high expectations. I'll be honest, I don't want to graduate. Do you know what happens when you graduate? You have to grow up. Do you know what happens when you grow up? You have to pay mortgages and taxes and have a family with children. Children? I can barely take care of myself, let alone a child. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I'd like to thank everyone who helped me get here. Something like that.
Joseph Joroge. First, I would like to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't be here. Second, thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting and sticking with me always. Your unfailing love helped me reach this point and will continue to motivate me to greater things. To all my teachers and counselors, thank you for guiding me along this journey. Dr. Waters and Mr. Lane, thank you for believing in me. I will be attending Liberty University. Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome. Arthur Ashe, thank you and God bless.
Zachariah Prince. Go out into the world and experience everything. You'll make mistakes, everyone does. But make sure that you learn from those mistakes. No one's life is perfect, everyone has their bad days. So when you have a bad day, here's the real question you should ask. What do you do when your days become black, when your life is filled with the endless stratum of your mistakes? Do you just accept this terrifying turn of events, or do you stand up, smile, and try again? Thanks, Mom and Dad, and all of my friends for everything. I will never forget you.
Jarrell Ramos. I had an enjoyable time in high school. I had moments I would never have had anywhere else, and those moments made me the person who I am now. I got to see so many different people, places, and perspectives, and I can't wait to go to college, where I'm going to experience even more. Thanks to everyone for going on this journey with me. It's been fun, and I wish everyone the best.
Alyssa Rodriguez. As I walk across this stage, I would like to thank my family and friends for the constant support they have given me. There have been many obstacles throughout the past 4 years. However, today proves that I was able to overcome them all. It is of no surprise that my biggest supporters, my mom and dad, are here to bolster me up yet again as I complete this milestone and move into the next stage of my life. I love you.
Courtney Rubel. I never wanted anything more than to make my father proud. Today I am walking across the stage in hopes that I have made you proud and happy, Dad. You have been my best friend for 18 years and you'll always be the #1 man in my life. I love you. Someone told me you can't pick your relatives, but you can pick your family. So thank you, Mrs. Jamari, my dude, Mike, Jalen, Jamir, Jemiah, Vanessa, and Mrs. Cookie. I appreciate y'all. I will always love my family. I thank God for all my blessings. I finally did it.
Gabrielle Schultz. I would would like to thank my mom for helping me whenever I asked, regardless of how late or last minute my request was. My dad for not giving up on me throughout my thug stage that lasted longer than you thought it would, and for your constant support with my military aspirations. John for bringing smiles to my face when I'd much rather be upset. Allie for making me strive to get some of the best grades I've ever had. Y a mis abuelos, para todo tu apoyo y para darme un lugar para quedarme cuando regreso a Houston. Gracias a todos.
Sola Shirai. I'd like to thank my parents, friends, and teachers who have helped me get to where I am today. I'd also like to thank the internet for providing me with knowledge and entertainment for more hours each day than are healthy. Music is only fun when you're having fun.
Gabriel Soriano. I'd love to start this message off by first thanking my awesome parents, Juan and Dawn Soriano, for giving all of their love, support, and for everything they have ever done to help me be motivated and ready to accomplish anything that I work toward. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'd also like to thank all my teachers for their awesome skills at their jobs and for keeping their classes interesting where they could be quite boring. Finally, thanks to all my friends for being there along the way with me.
Kyle Sandoval. I would like to thank my parents for everything you have done for me and for helping me get this far. I wouldn't have gotten here without you. I know that at this stage of my life coming to a close, that a new door opens with infinite possibilities. I only ask that you continue to support me in what I do, and in return, I hope to make you proud.
Rain Taylor. I would like to thank everyone who has helped me along this 4-year journey with its many ups and downs. I would especially like to thank my family for supporting me throughout these years. I love you all very much. I hope to major in forensics in college, and I am looking forward to this new chapter in my life.
Amber Tetro. First off, thanks to my cat, Shima, for being there with me when Shells and Ashlyn abandoned me for college. I still think you are collectively the raddest of sisters. Mom, thank you for not only creating me, but also taking care of me. You, like Smitty, Verbenjager, Man Jensen, are number one. Chandler, Dominic, Gabe, and Trevor, you're the bee's knees. There are no other people I would have wanted to spend high school with. Miss Kuntz, Miss Sweeney, Ridley Diddley, and Miss Ditchler, I'm going to miss you. You're the best teachers I could have asked for. Temps pour une nouvelle aventure.
Umar Thompson. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was told early on that I wouldn't make it this far. Now look at me. I'm on my way to college. This is major for me, but this is only a checkpoint to remind me of how far I've come and how much is left to travel. I want to thank my mom for raising me, my dad for shaping me, my grandparents for filling me with wisdom, and everyone else who supported me on my journey to this point. Mama, I love you. P.O.P. holding it down.
Isaac Victorino. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for the endless love and support. I am truly blessed to have you guys. I appreciate all my teachers who pushed me to excel in the classroom. Special thanks to Miss Campbell for encouraging me to take AP Gov. Shout out to my day one Misawa family. You know who you are. I will be off to college in Texas, not only for a higher education, but to pursue my baseball aspirations. To my coaches throughout the years that have helped shape and build me, I won't let you down. Senior season.
Tierra Washington. Many thanks to my mom, dad, and to the best brother and sister ever. I love you guys. Your support and love has guided me throughout these 4 years, and I can finally say I made it. Thank you to the teachers who supported me and the friends I was blessed enough to spend my high school years with. Thank God it is finally over. I'm ready to take on the next chapter in my life.
Natasha Weimer. I would like to thank my instructors and coaches for pushing me while inspiring and motivating me throughout my years at Edgren. Also, without the support of my siblings and parents, I would not be who I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your unconditional love, guidance, and godliness that has carried me from times of trial and tribulation to triumph. And words cannot express the love I have for my siblings, Tracy, Laura, Irene, Joanna, and Kenneth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have another huge round of applause for the class of 2015?
In Japan, the crane is a mystical creature and is believed to live 1,000 years. As a result, in Japanese, Chinese, and Korean culture, the crane represents good fortune and longevity. The Japanese refer to the crane as the bird of happiness. The wings of the crane were believed to carry the souls up to paradise. Mothers who pray for protection of the crane's wings for their children will recite the prayer, "O flock of heavenly cranes, cover my child with your wings." Traditionally, it was believed that if one folded 1,000 origami cranes, one's wish would come true. It has also become a symbol of hope and healing during challenging times. As a result, it has become popular to fold 1,000 cranes. The cranes are strung together on strings, usually 25 strings or 40 cranes each, and given as gifts. As our seniors depart the hollow halls of Robert E. Edgren High School, we wish them nothing but good fortune and longevity. As they embark on their wondrous journey, this event signifies the beginning of a new chapter. Congratulations, seniors. May you hold fast to all your dreams and wishes.
Sorry. Can you take this? That's yours. Here. Can you take this?
Good? Get one with Jim.
See, I told you you were going to cry. No, don't even say you're not. Don't lie. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Bling bling. Here. No. Now I gotta find out where he was. Yeah, it just keeps falling off. I give it. Got a face full of money. You're not gonna get it with the smell of money. Picture.
Thank you for wearing deodorant.
Smell the money.
Oh. Can we go back now?
I'm at no way. Got it. Put them on. Put them on.
Oh, look at me in the chair. Yeah, it's just like I'm shaking. People going back up? Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't time to in the back. Or did you crash? You guys go back and do this. I think this. Dog. I can go graduate.
All I have is
Seniors, will you kindly make your way back to the stage?
You learned in kindergarten. Now, I was reminded of that this morning. We were visiting schools, and I had the opportunity to go to Cummings, and I got to hear the kindergartners sing what they presented at the baccalaureate ceremony last night, and it just reminded me about why we're all here and what we do. But class of 2015, let's think about this. Things you learned in kindergarten. And these are things that will serve you well. You learned how to tie your shoes. You learned how to line up. You learned how to be a good listener. You learned how to take turns. You learned how to be a friend. And all of those things are critical skills that will serve you well during the rest of your time. Now, I also have to say, and I have to say this to Colonel Sunwall, is that great minds think alike. And so I, too, find this to be an excellent thing to think about. And as Colonel Sunwall mentioned to you at the beginning, we know that Dr. Zeus is certainly also someone that has given us a lot of good information that served us well over our time in school. And of course, the title is, Oh, the Places That You Will Go. Now, you've thought a lot about that today. We know that you're all stars and that you have great opportunities that are awaiting you. But I will just share with you one more time just the opening phrase from Dr. Zeus. Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. So with that, class of 2015, I wish you well, and I know in my heart that you are off to great places. Congratulations as you move forward.
On the behalf of the senior class, I have the privilege to represent our token of appreciation to Dr. Waters and Mr. Miles. Thank you for all you've done.
It's an Edgren High School senior class tradition to leave a gift for the class, and this tree is what the class has left for Dr. Waters and Mr. Miles.
Oh, I'm speechless. And small schools definitely have their advantages. So before I do the official business, I first would like to thank the Misawa community for their support and working with Edgren in partnership over the course of this year. We all know that it takes an entire village to ensure that our students are learning, are safe and healthy, and you all are part of the village. Mother, fathers, brothers, sisters, aunts and uncles, grandmother, grandfather, you're all part of the village. Thank you. Colonel Sunwall, Colonel Hanson, Mr. Morrison, Captain Henry, the Navy and the Army, thank you. The village, CE, Security Forces, Med Group, Commanders, APs, DECA, MOSC, thank you. Miss Heather Sanders for making all the cranes in your class, thank you. Mr. Miller, Chaplain Karanji, Bishop Smith, Nelson, and Sledge, thank you. You're part of the village. The village, Edgren Sister School, Hachineho Kosei, tongue twister there. Bus transportation, Edgren, Cummings, and Solar staff, and my two colleagues and principals, Miss Wiley and Miss Alton. What would I have done this year without your support? Thank you. And I also like to thank the village, Miss Rapp, Dr. Curtis, Mr. Brady, thank you. And anyone else that I left out, thank you, thank you, thank you. So one last thing before I do that official thing, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Miss Lori Kuntz. She has made a difference in so many students' lives over the past 16 years, and she will be retiring next week. She will be missed. Seniors, I know that you would agree that she deserves a big round of applause. So seniors, families, friends, and guests, on behalf of the Department of Defense Education Activity and its director, Mr. Thomas Brady, Department of Defense Dependent Schools Pacific Area and its director, Dr. Linda Curtis, and the Japan District and its superintendent, Ms. Lois Rapp. I have reviewed and certified your official school's transcripts, and now have the honor and privilege to announce that you, as members of this class of 2015, are now graduates of Edgren High School. I declare you graduated. You may change the placement of your tassels to the left. Congratulations.
sweater.